Channel Pharmacypedia. In continuation with the tablet series, today we are going to discuss about the part 4. In this session, we are going to cover about the compression process of the tablets and the processing problems which are associated with the compression process of the tablets. So let us first try to understand the compression of the tablets. So once we have made the granules either from the wet granulation process or through the slugging process of the dry granulation, once we have obtained the proper granules, they are being dried up, then the next step is to move ahead for the compression. So when we talk about the compression, we used a compression process using the compression machine. Now this again is divided into two types. First is the single punch, or also known as the single station eccentric presses, and second is the multi-station or rotary presses. So what do we mean by the single station? Single station simply means that only a single tablet will be formed at a particular point. When we talk about the multi-station, it simply means that there are many stations on the tablet whereby tablets are being formed simultaneously. So the production in the case of multi-station process is very high. So nowadays in companies we use the multi-station rotary presses. So when we talk about the compression process, in a way it is a very simple process whereby two punches, upper punch and lower punch, compress to form the tablet. Now the movement of the upper punch and the lower punch is being guided about with the help of so many equipments, which is a complex type of arrangements being placed in the rotary press. So this is the diagram for the single punch press, whereby only a single tablet would be formed at a time. So this was the main disadvantage and discontinuation reason for the single punch press, because the production of small batches of the tablets can only be taken with this process. If you want to manufacture a large number of the tablets for the commercial production, we need to go ahead with the multi-station rotary presses. Now multi-station rotary press is basically a guided movement of the lower punch and the upper punch. So it is a mechanical device which has several tooling stations, and that rotates or compress the granules into tablets of uniform size and shape. So it was actually developed to increase the output of the tablets. You will be amazed to know that the speed is very high, and the speed and the capacity is actually determined by the rotation of the turrets and the number of stations on the press. If you have the more number of the stations, the tablet production would be more. Similarly, if you have the high speed, tablet production would be fast. So this is also known as the accordion type of the compression. So in this diagram also you can see the various stages whereby the compression process is being made. So in the stage 1 you can see that lower punch is lower down and powder is being filled to the bottom. Then in the second stage, excess powder, depending on the what kind of the size of the tablet you require, weight of the tablet required, excess powder is being removed out. In the stage 3 is the actual compression process, whereby both the upper and lower punch meet together and they compress it into the tablet. Now once the tablet is being formed, the upper punch goes away and lower punch stay same. So once it is with the cam track movement, stage 5 is the ejection part of your tablet. So when we talk about the multi-station rotary press, the capacity may be 10,000 tablets per minute. It's so very large production can be taken with the rotary press. It also consists of a number of dies and the sets of punches ranging from 3 to 60. So the dies are mounted in circle in a tablet die table. Both the die and the punches rotate together during the operation of the machine. So I've told there are three parts which are important: upper punch, die cavity, and the lower punch. So when the upper punch and lower punch strike with, they form the tablet into the die cavity. The size of the tablet which is being required, the weight of the tablet required is actually customized using the help of the die cavity being desired. So like the main part which is being there in the tablet compression machine are like that. For example, the hopper. Hopper is the from where you actually enters your granules, and granules are being added upon to the hopper and they are finally being fed up to the machine. Then the dies actually define the size and shape of the tablet. Now punches are used for the actual compression. They are being regulated by the big rotary machines, which actually helps them in the compression. Now a feeding mechanism for moving the granules from the hopper into the dies is also in place. Apart from that, there are other machine parts like cam tracks. In this slide, you can see that we have discussed about the hopper. Feeder system is the process whereby from the hopper to the machine it reaches through the feeder system. Then punches, die system, turrets, cam tracks. Now cam tracks again are very important. Cam tracks basically regulates the movement of the upper punch and the lower punch. So it is like a sort of a cycle sort of the arrangement whereby as the process which I have discussed in the previous slide, that lower punch is being lowered down, and then it is being filled with the granules, then it moves up as per the customization, like in the stage 2, so that the excess powder is being removed out. Then third stage is the actual compression. Fourth stage is that like your lower punch upper punch goes away to the top, and then lower punch also elevates slightly to get the tablet ejected out finally. So this whole process and stages is actually guided by the cam tracks. Now there are again two types of cam tracks: lower cam track and upper cam track. Then compression rollers. Compression rollers are actually placed like in the stage 3 of the actual compression. Then takeoff blades and discharge chute, touch screen control panel for the customization. What size of the tablet, what weight of the tablet you require, that has to be fed up in the automatic machine, so that accordingly weight adjustment is being done. Then sealing systems, apart from that the electric motor gears and the belts, lubrication system, hydraulic pump system is there. So as such the process is simple, but since you want to manufacture large number of the tablets, so that tooling system becomes slightly complex in order to execute that part. Now basically when we talk about the stages of the tablet compression process, it is divided into 4 types. First is the filling part. Now here filling refers to the filling of the granules from the hopper and reaches to the compression press tablet feeding area. Then second is the weight adjustment. Like weight adjustment according to the size of the tablet, according to the weight of the tablet, the excess powder is being taken away. And then third process is the actual compression with the help of the rollers, with the main rollers. Then ejection part, whereby the tablet ejects out. So you can see that the upper punches and lower punches are in place, then they goes through the pre-compression roll followed by the main compression roll. So in the pre-compression roll weight adjustment is being done, and in the main compression roll there the tablets are being compressed out, and the upper lifting cam to move to guide the movement of the upper punch to go up, and finally the ejection cam. Ejection cam helps in the ejection of the tablets. So next we move on to the tablet defects. So tablet defects are basically formed sometimes due to the problems arising from the formulation point of view or any other problem. So like we are going to discuss here the major types of the tablets flaws which are being sometimes seen and observed. So there are rectification measurements also, like you need to follow the remedies as well. So we are going to discuss about the few detailed ones. For example, capping. So like again processing problems in the tablets may be due to process related problem, whereby suppose if you're going for the wet granulation, you have the added more binding agent, so the granules formed are like stiff or hard, or like you need to control the moisture in that, or formulation related, or machine, sometimes due to machine related problems are also being moved. For example, the capping, lamination, cracking and chipping falls into the category of the process related problems, and like picking, sticking and binding relation to formulation related problem, whereby you have the more like granules which are being formed or have the more moisture content, or like double impression, which is sometimes related to the machine, whereby over embossing is being done. So let us try to discuss the processing problems of the tablet one by one. So first comes the capping part. As the name indicates, capping. So when the upper or the lower segment of the tablet separates. So please, it is very important and pertinent to note here is that upper and the lower segment of the tablet only, when they get separated horizontally during the ejection part of the tablet press or subsequent handling. So in capping process, upper cap part or the lower cap part gets removed out. Lamination, it simply means the separation of tablets into two or more distinct layers. In the diagram also you can see the layering part. Cracking, as the name signifies, fine cracks are sometimes being observed on the upper and the lower central surface of the tablets, or very rarely on the side walls, are referred to as the cracks. So these are the three main problems being noticed while the tablets are being ejected out from the compression press: capping, lamination, cracking. Next we move on to the other problems like sticking. As the term indicates, sticking, some sort of the material is being left out adhered to the die wall. So the tablet on a whole is not able to be retrieved from the die cavity. Some part or the other is being left out on the die walls. Or picking. Picking is a more specific term. Why it is more that describes products sticking only within the letters or logos or design on the punch faces. On the punch faces, the material while writing down the letters or logos sticks out. So it's like sticking and picking problems. Binding problem. Now what is binding? Sticking of the tablet to the die and does not eject properly out of the die. So all these three categories are basically due to the presence of more moisture content. It's more formulation related problem, since it can be easily avoided by using more glidant and by improving the process optimization as well. Then further we reports the problems like mottling. Mottling is simple, like you are actually applying color, but while at the application of the color, coating is there, like you may follow that color is somewhere dark, somewhere light on the surface of the tablet. So this difference of the color distribution is referred to as the mottling. So it is actually the unequal distribution of the color on a tablet. Next, we move on to the double impression. As the name signifies, first the impression has been made, but since the movement of the upper punch is not regulated in a proper way, so sometimes it happens that it again make a new impression on the bottom of the tablet. So this results in the double impression. Then the orange peel effect, as the name indicates, orange peel. As the orange peel gets separated from the orange very easily, similarly, it is a surfaced effect. So what happens? The surface becomes rough and non-glossy, and the upper glossy layer moves out. So this effect is generally arises during the tablet coating process. Thank you so much for watching the video. In case you are visiting my channel for the first time, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates. In case you have any views, you can please provide your comments in the comment box. Thank you so much.